guys, my name is Jillian. I am here with my heated blanket, my water bottle, and I am ready to talk about my March TBR. I have 6 books on my March TBR. Will I get to all of them this month? Probably not. Will I change my mind on a lot of them? Definitely. But it's always good to start somewhere. However, I know this first one I will definitely be reading. It is Mile High by Liz Tomforde. And I have to read this because I'm going to a bookish basketball event at the end of the month and Liz Tomforde is going to be there. So I gotta be prepared. So I would definitely be reading at least the first book. And I've heard absolutely nothing but good things about this series. I honestly don't know why I haven't read it yet. My cat is being an absolute menace right now. But yeah, I am super excited to read this. Hopefully it gives me what I like in a romance. Really not been in a romance mood lately, and I love me a good romance book. But I just feel like a lot of them are, you kind of know how it's gonna end. And I feel like these books are also kind of gonna be like that, not gonna lie. But I'm still gonna try it out. And what I mean by you know what's gonna happen in the end is you know that the main characters are gonna end up together. And when I read a romance book, I don't like a happy ending. Not that like it needs to be tragic, although I do like a tragic ending. But I don't want it to be like a certainty that they're gonna end up together, you know? But anywho, I will definitely be reading that book. The book I'm currently reading right now, this is the last week of February, is Perfect Match by Jodi Picoult. And this book is extremely dark. And I'm also listening to the audio of The Good Samaritan by John Mars. Why I chose to listen to 2 extremely dark books at the same time, I don't know. So I'm gonna need something to cheer me up afterwards, I already know. So the next book on my TBR is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I've read her Part of Your World series. I absolutely loved it. And I know I literally just talked about romances that they end up happy together in the end, but something about her writing and her stories don't give me that same cheap feeling. I don't know. And I haven't heard that many good things about her newest release, so I figured I would go back and read some old stuff. Another that I will probably be reading, I just got my hold in from the library, so I don't want to have to give it back before reading it, is Wild Dark Shore. I've heard so many good things about this book. The first book I read this year was The Wild Beneath by Kelly Anderson. I got an ARC copy of it. It doesn't come out until August. And it was my first book of the year and also a 5-star read. And I have heard this book compared, or other way around. I've heard The Wild Beneath compared to this book. I'm also kind of scared though, because I don't know how a book could live up to The Wild Beneath. It was so good. But regardless, I still want to see what this is about. I don't really know anything about it, so. Another one I'm super interested in is The Crypt of the Moon Spider. I don't remember the author's name, but this is a short story collection. I'm pretty sure there's 3. I don't really know anything about this one either. It just looks super cool to me. And short stories, easy to read. Also on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm like, why not? I'm also interested in reading Sour Candy by Keelan Patrick Burke. I found this on Hoopla as an audiobook, and let me just read you the premise here. At first glance, Phil Pendleton and his son Adam are just an ordinary father and son. They take walks in the park together, visit county fairs, museums, and zoos. Some might say the father is a little too accommodating, given the lack of discipline when the child loses his temper in public. Some might say he spoils his son by allowing him to set his own bedtimes and eat candy whenever he wants. Some might say that such leniency is starting to take a toll on the father, given how his health has declined. What no one knows is that Phil is a prisoner, and that up until a few weeks ago, in a chance encounter at a grocery store, he had never seen the child before in his life. What the heck? That sounds super intriguing to me. I would probably listen to this on audio. It's only 2.5 hours long. And that just sounds like right up my alley. What the heck is going on there? This next one has been on my TBR for forever. and it is Saving 6 by Chloe Walsh. I think whenever I do pick this up, I want to make a reading vlog of it. So let me know if I should do that, if you would be interested in seeing that. I loved the first 3 books, so I don't really know why I'm not picking this one up. Kind of fear of finishing the series, having nothing else to read. Fear of heartbreak, fear of devastation, but also like I love that in books. So I really just need to pick it up and get started. The last book on my March TBR has also been on my TBR for a minute. It is The Last Town by Blake Crouch. It's the 3rd book in the Wayward Pines trilogy. It's just the last one. I need to finish it. I just finished the 2nd one in February, a few weeks ago, and I need to know how he is going to conclude this, because how can you even conclude this? So those are all of the books that I want to try to read in March. Let me know down below if you have read any of these. Let me know what your March TBR entailed.